Hey, what's going on guys, Khraze here, welcome back to the channel, and I have a problem. I have a really massive problem. I cannot stop playing freaking Genshin Impact, and this is something that I kind of wanted to do here on the channel for a few days at this point. I've been no-lifing the freaking hell out of this game, and I've kind of been doing everything that I could because I cannot believe that a free game has so much to offer, so much to give, and there's like so much fun in it that I just wanted to make this video with you guys and tell you that you absolutely need to go ahead, download this game right now and play the living hell out of it. And no, by the way, this video is not sponsored at all. I'm doing this as my own free will, and the only reason I'm doing that is because I really want to share with you guys a game that will provide a ton of enjoyment. So what is Genshin Impact, you might be asking? You might see these graphics like the cel shaded stuff, the vibrant open world, and it immediately makes you think of Breath of the Wild, right? Like, yeah, you would be correct on that one if that is the first thought that comes into mind, but that is also pretty much where all of the similarities kind of end. Yes, it is an open world game, yes, there's a lot of RPG elements, there's a lot of adventure, discovery, but, well, there's a lot more to that than this. Like, there's a ton of really cool characters in this game, by the way, a few of which I was really damn lucky to get for absolutely free. I'm gonna talk about that in just a little bit. So just to give you an example where I'm at, I'm about 20 to 30 hours in this game right now. I kinda took it really slowly, just trying to learn as much as possible about the game. I'm about adventure rank 24 right now, which is not too shabby for somebody like me who just started, and I also have a few really cool characters that I kind of want to share with you guys. Now, a big disclaimer for everybody who is new here or who is completely unfamiliar with these types of games: this is a gacha game. That is true. A gacha game basically means, well, just like the name implies, it kind of gets you, right? It gets you with the fact that you kind of need to spend real world money once you reach the end game. But, and that is a big but, you don't have to do that in this game. In fact, this is like not even a gacha game primarily, more like secondary from the way it feels, because many of the most powerful characters in the game are rewarded for absolutely free. And not just that, even for the wish system and like the shop, which is basically the gacha aspect of it, right? This is what you do in order to summon these cool characters, these cool weapons right here. For this, you get these gems for free as you just play the game. Like, literally a few moments ago, I spent about 2,000 of these, which gives me like, what, more than 10 pulls and more than 10 chances for a character, and that was just from playing the game. Yes, I also spent some money on it, but that was because I really wanted to support the developers. You don't have to do that, and I'm gonna show you why. So let's go over a few basics first, right? You have your own story over here. There is a main story that I might say is really top-notch. I really like it. Of course, it is high fantasy, that is true, but it is also really high quality. It also helps that the voice acting is also pretty damn top-notch. I mean, even the one in English is something that I find really fun, really, let's just say, enjoyable. I don't feel a need to switch to Japanese, by the way. If you're that type of person, I still feel that the voice acting is pretty decent for a game that usually in these cases, it's not that great. This isn't where the exploration gameplay stops, by the way, because the game just points you to a ton of locations on the map every single day. So you have the daily quest that you can complete for a day, and they also provide those primo gems I was talking about. Then you have the open world quest that you just get by uncovering new secrets, areas and characters. On top of that, you also have a ton of challenges, puzzles, and of course these really cool chests that you get to uncover and unlock for additional rewards, but also this is what you're going to want to hunt for additional XP and levels. And yes, there's thousands of these hidden on the map, and you will want to go ahead and do as much exploration as possible, since everything will provide some type of reward. So yes, there is a pretty big map right here. I mean, this map is huge. What am I saying? This map is huge, and it's only 2 parts out of 7. Eventually it's going to become even bigger. Some of my favorite are the fact that there's a ton of world bosses in this game. Like, there's literally a ton of them just in this area. There's like 2 of them, and not just that, the bosses in this game also feel really cool. Like, some of them look really awesome, they have really amazing mechanics and abilities that you will eventually need to learn and adapt to if you want to be extremely successful, and they all look very awesome to the point that it makes combat feel really top-notch. And not just that, once you defeat them, they will also provide some of the best rewards you can possibly get in this game, to the point that you will want to farm these on a daily basis. And this kind of brings us into that combat and its mechanics. So as you can see, I'm running with a full party of 4. This is kind of like the gist of this game. You're running at all times with a full party of 4, and you will want to have as many diverse characters as possible, because you will want and you will need to combine their powers to create really powerful effects. Just to give you an example, I'm running my main characters, Diluc and Fischl. The other two are kind of like over there to kind of provide more support, but Diluc and Fischl both have different types of elementals. So Diluc has fire, which by the way looks really insane. I mean, these animations are really top notch, so that is also a big plus for me. And then we also have Fischl, which is an electric type of character. Basically, she electrifies enemies and puts an electric debuff onto the enemy. The cool thing about combat is that you can combine these types of elementals to create even more powerful effects. In this case, both Diluc and Fischl benefit from one another, because if the enemy is either electrified or under fire, the other elemental will deal way more damage and will overload that enemy. So let's just say I start in with Fischl and provide some electricity onto the target and debuff the enemy with electricity. I can immediately switch to my Diluc and deal fire damage and deal way more damage than I would if I were to just exclusively concentrate on attacking with this character. And there's so many other combinations in the game, so many very interesting characters and abilities that it's not even funny. I mean, I have this guy Venti right here that I also got lucky in getting. He has a type of, let's just say, air attacks, though in this game it's called Anemo. So basically you use this let's just say air type of attack to spread other types of elementals, and he's a really cool character. He can also use his abilities in interesting ways, like you can use him at exploration. By the way, he has the E ability, which normally just does this spin of wind right here. That is really awesome, but if I hold it down, it throws me up in the air and I can use my glider to more easily access anything. So that is a huge plus. That is something that all of the characters might have. Like, there's a lot of secrets that all of the characters in this game have, and that makes for some really interesting type of gameplay. So this brings us to the next point on the list, which is, of course, what's the point of doing all of these things in the game? You're going in, you're doing these world bosses, we're going in and doing these dungeons, we're exploring. Well, there's a good reason for that, and that is, of course, the fact that there is a pretty neat progression system in this game too. So it comes in the form of course, attributes that you get mainly from items. The main items are going to be your weapons and your artifacts. Now, the weapons, you will find a ton of these in the game, and you will need to enhance them like in pretty much any other RPG out there. And the more you refine them, the more you make them better and enhance them using other similar weapons to like kind of just funnel into them, you will make that weapon even better. And of course, there's ones with different types of effects. Some of them are really strong, while others could be just like food for your primary weapons. On top of that, there's also the artifacts. Now, the artifacts are kind of like your gear, so to speak, though it's not like a headpiece, chest piece and whatnot. You have feathers. It's more like accessories, right? These are more like accessories. They even have like set bonuses, and you will want to get the best ones out there if you want to like combine them with a proper set that gives you additional bonuses like critical rate, bonus damage, bonus attack, and all that kind of stuff. And not just that, they also have their own unique stats. Some of them might have physical damage, some of them might have defenses, HP, critical. You know, you kind of get the gist of it, because this is literally in every game out there with any resemblance of progression. From this point on, we also have the talents, the constellations. Constellation is kind of like a skill tree, really simplistic, because characters usually only have a number of abilities, but usually you get this if you unlock duplicates of these characters, so that you can invest points into that. So to give you an example, on my Fischl, I have fully unlocked the constellation, but again, this is all just a secondary kind of thing. You can still go with the character and deal a ton of damage without having this. This is just a bonus on top of that. And there's the talents that will unlock as you just play the game, level your character, unlock constellations, and eventually you will get these as you do that. So unlock as character ascension phase 4. So in this case, I need to ascend official once more in order to do that, and you do that from right here using a ton of materials that you get from just playing the game in the first place. Now, on a final note, the only other thing that I kind of want to cover in this video is the fact that you can get some pretty nice accessibility with this game. I have it on my PC, but using the same account I can also play it on my phone, though I'm not sure if it works the same way on the PS4 too, so it might not be shared or cross-save, so to speak, between PS4 and PC, but it is between PC and the mobile phone. So far the game is available on the PC, the PS4 and your mobile phone for absolutely free, so this means you can play it at any time, you don't need to spend any money, and again you can get many of these characters for just playing the game. I mean, look at how many characters I have right here, and from that point on, if you want to, you can like spend real world money. You might want to do that, but again, just save your gems because you get them from a lot of sources in the game. This is it though with Genshin Impact. I'm probably gonna drop a lot of more videos in the future. I'm planning to no life the heck out of this game at least for this month until we get something in the month that follows after this, and hopefully the PS5 that will drop after that too. But let me know down below if you're also playing Genshin Impact, if you want me to cover this here on this channel. I wasn't planning to do it, but now I kind of want to do it. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and peace.